Hello and welcome to that Eurovision site. I'm Shiloh and today I am going to be reacting to the entries from Montenegro's national final, Montesong. I am going to try and get through 8 out of 16 tonight here in one sitting. So we're going to see how that goes. And I'm going to start off with Kraj by Anastasija Koprolčec. I would like to apologize in advance for any mispronunciation that happens. So let's get this started. I'm going to click this link here. Very helpful. So that Eurovision site has very helpfully provided a list, a clickable list in an article of all of the 16 songs. So you should go use that for all of your Montesong listening needs. Just, gotta plug the website in there. Anyway, so we're starting off with Anastasija Koprolčec's song Kraj. Okay, I thought we were getting really slow ballad, and then we got some rhythmic piano here. So it's more like a rhythmic ballad. Some of this background noise, I'm sorry, it sounds like water sizzling on a hot pan, and it's a little distracting. Okay, and some of that traditional Balkan instrumentation there. Okay, I like this build going into the pre-chorus. I want to see where this is going. Now the instrumental kind of drops a little bit heading into the chorus, which is not a bad thing, but it does feel like we're losing a little bit of momentum. Now we've got some audio edits on the voice. Key change, okay. I like this section here. I don't know what to call it. I've lost track of what's the verse and what's the chorus, but whatever's happening right now, at about 2 minutes, 30 seconds in, I like it. Okay, so I'm gonna say up front that overall I'm not that impressed. There's nothing special about her voice. She sounds like every other Balkan ballad woman singer ever. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it does mean that she doesn't stand out to me. As for the song itself, it's a little over-edited. There's a lot of special effects going on, and I think it detracts a little bit, especially because those effects pull back in places where you don't necessarily expect them to. And like I said earlier, it leaves you feeling like the song has lost a little bit of momentum. So yeah, overall I'm not that psyched. I'm sorry, Anastasija. I really am sorry. I'm not psyched. So up next I have Stop War by Bend 9. Okay, rock. Okay. Drums. I like it. Okay. The phrase "stop war" just by itself in that context is really funny, but the like ear feel or whatever of the song is really nice. Do we have 6/8? Is that what this is? Oh my god, we're in 6/8. I love this. I love a good triple meter. I like this pre-chorus too. It's gonna make me laugh every time. I'm really enjoying myself, but it's just gonna make me laugh. Okay, now we have some 4/4. Back to 6/8, I think. I'm regretting not taking more music theory in college. There it is again. I liked that. So I don't love harder rock music, and I think this is sort of closer to harder rock than it is to soft rock anyway. But this I liked. It felt like it flowed. It felt cohesive. It felt like all of the choices that were being made in the instrumental worked, especially as compared to the first song I listened to. And yeah, I felt like it worked. I love non-traditional time signatures. Like, not that 6/8 is a non-traditional time signature, but most popular music is in 4/4. And if you understand the words that I'm saying, I love you. And if you don't understand what I mean when I say 4/4, that's okay. And I love you too. Anyway, so I liked it. Again, I do think that the one English phrase being "stop war," just sort of hollered at random, is funny. It's going to be memorable, though, and I think that Montenegro, that would work well for Montenegro, because a complaint that I've had, me personally, with Montenegrin entries in the past is that they're just sort of boring, and this people will remember. People will remember this, and I think that is to their advantage. Okay, now moving on to song number 3, which is Repeat by Dolce Hera. I like that name. That's an interesting sort of name. This thumbnail, she looks interesting on the thumbnail as well. She looks sort of like an interesting, like a striking presence, you know? Like, nice bold lip. Okay. This is like saxophone? This is different. This chorus is fun. The mixing on the vocals is a little bit weird. It feels like her voice and the backing vocals are clashing a little. Yeah, that mixing thing is really bothering me, actually. The chorus and the verses, it's not that they sound like different songs, but the transition is a little funny. It's a little botched. I think there was a pre-chorus that was needed here and that just doesn't exist. That just doesn't exist. Instrumental break, okay. This would be like an H&M ad, this chorus. It's giving H&M. Weird ending. Just ends out of nowhere. Okay. So that was certainly different. Overall, I'm not sold. I think... So here's the thing. These verses, they remind me almost of, like, a specific genre of, like, mediocre Korean hip-hop that I am only exposed to sort of incidentally through, like, my exposure to, like, other... like K-pop groups and stuff. It's like that sort of like clicky, tappy little beat, and the cadence with which she is singing, where it's like not really singing, it's also like sort of rapping in the delivery and in the rhythm and the way that the words are like threaded together. It's reminiscent of a certain kind of K-hip-hop in the verses. I do think I don't like it. That doesn't necessarily mean that it couldn't be successful, but it's not for me. It's not for me. Yeah, it's a little odd. I just don't think it comes together. I am currently on song number 4 out of 16, 8 tonight, which is To ljubav by Đurđa. Standard ballad opening. This is also in triple meter. This is the second song I've listened to from Montesong that's in triple meter. We've got some 3/4 here. This is music that you would ice skate to. Or like, that would play out of a music box. This would be good music box music. It's something in the delivery of her voice, I think. The way that she's singing has this sort of ebb and flow and dancey movement. I think that's part of it. And the strings. And it builds! There's a build! And payoff! Yes! You'd think that's such a low bar to clear, but no! Okay, that's definitely my favorite out of the 4 I've listened to so far. It's not anything particularly new and groundbreaking, by any means, but I find it really charming. I'm sitting here and I'm enjoying listening to it, you know? I'm not just waiting, like, oh, well, you know, when's it gonna be over? When's it gonna be over? I am enjoying the ride that it's taking me on, and it is taking me on a ride. Like I said earlier, there's a little bit of build going on. There's more than a little bit of build, and I love that. That's what I want in a song. I want it to take me somewhere, and her voice sounds emotive. It sounds like she's connected to what she's singing. What she's singing about, I don't know. Love. I know that љубав is love, but I don't know what the nuances are, but it sounds like she knows what they are. She has a sense of what she's singing about. And obviously I can't tell because this is a studio recording, but just based on the studio recording, I would have confidence in her ability to perform this live. So this is definitely a high point so far. I like it. Up next is the song San by Glumci Band. Really strong opening. I like the sort of drive in the instrumental. It's very like sort of dark and passionate seeming. The mixing on these harmonies is not great. This is sort of weird like chromatic half-step action going on in that pre-chorus that just finished. I'm into it, I think. Okay, and we have a guitar solo. Cool, cool. Okay, spoken word section. We're being haunted by ghosts a little bit, seems like. Okay, and now we have a stripped back chorus. I think that was the right choice. The stripped back chorus, not the ghosts. Okay, so that one is overall a little bit of a mixed bag. I feel the instrumental is really strong. It's very passionate and sort of dark in ways that I feel like I often enjoy with Montenegrin entries. If I think back to entries from Montenegro that I've really liked, they are sort of darker and more rock focused, like 2016, The Real Thing, for example. And so in some ways this is evocative of that. My concern is mostly with the vocals. The mixing was a little weird. It didn't sound like the vocals went very well together with the harmonies. And if you can't make it sound good in studio, it's just not going to sound good on the stage, I think. And so that's my primary concern here. I'm about to listen to the song Ljeto, Ljeto, Ljeto by Isak Šabanović. A nice pulsing opening. I like this bass line a lot. Okay. I like this because it's something it sounds like people can dance to. I think this is one of the better production jobs I've heard so far, actually. And there's a good build going on here. The second verse doesn't sound the same as the first verse. It sounds like there's a little more, which is great. It does get a little bit repetitive. Oh, do you know what I hate? I hate a bridge where there's nothing in it. And that's what we have. It's frustrating. Okay, my opinion's going back up. I like this emptied out chorus with the drums. That's good. Okay, so overall I liked it. I think this is definitely in the top half of what I've heard so far. I really love the instrumental. I love the form of the song. Again, I do wish the bridge had a little more going on, and the chorus gets repetitive once you hit, about 3/4 of the way through the song. Ultimately, though, my biggest concern with this is I have no idea how this would be staged well. I like it to listen to, but I just can't picture a stage show that doesn't look tacky, which is frustrating. And I think that would be true no matter the budget of the country that we were working with. I think a lot of people would struggle with this, which is hard. Because again, I like to listen to it, I just don't know if I would like to watch it, and I don't know if it lends itself to a live performance in that way. Up next is the song Obala Raja by Kejt. Slow ballad intro. Are we getting another Balkan ballad? Get some shakers, okay. Oh, we're picking up the tempo. Okay. I really love her voice, by the way. She has a really great voice. I'll expand more on that at the end, because something's coming. I think something's about to happen. Oh, we're getting drum and bass. Drum and bass. Okay. Oh, there's a Melfest song this is really reminding me of, but I don't know if I can say it. There's a good build to this too. Like the first verse sounded like it was going to be a ballad, but the second verse has that drum beat, and so it still feels like an up-tempo song. It feels like there's momentum that's going. And she has more vocal power in the back half of the song too, which is helping that. Oh, English! We have English! And these aren't bad English lyrics. I don't think these are terrible English lyrics, so props to her. Okay, I love it. So I've been really, really curious about this entry because when I was watching everything that I have reacted to up to this point, this song kept getting recommended to me by YouTube as the thing I should listen to next. And it did not disappoint. I really like it. It's a refreshingly modern entry from Montenegro, really. It doesn't sound like anything they've sent before. Again, there's that drum and bass thing, and her voice. I said I was going to expand more on her voice. So Kejt's voice is not really what you expect out of a, like, female Balkan singer. I think there's a specific voice type, especially from women, that we tend to associate with the Balkans, a specific style of singing, and this isn't that. I think this is a song that is different from the stuff that we associate with Montenegro. I think it's really going to stand out. I think it would be easy to stage pretty well. I am a fan. I'm a big fan of this. I think it's great. Yeah, definitely a supporter. Up next, I'm going to be listening to the song Dva srca, or Two Hearts, by Baryak. Let's take a listen. Empty, mystical sort of opening. Okay. This is going to be another darker Montenegrin rock song, huh? I like this bass line. The mixing is weird in this one, too. This has been a recurring thing I'm noticing. It sounds like the singer's voice is too loud against the instrumental. He has a nice voice, though. Okay, we have a new singer here. I wish she'd used her head voice instead of her chest voice. I mean, cut that part out. I didn't say what I wanted to say, sorry. Overall, I do think this is one of the better ones of the batch. The instrumental is really nice. It sets a mood that I like, and then that mood is consistent throughout, which can be a good thing or a bad thing. I think for this song it works. I think the consistency and the simplicity works in its favor. I think that if there was a bunch of change happening, the song would feel a little too hectic. And so I think that the consistency of the instrumental is working in its favor. I liked the different individual voices that we got to hear, although I do wish that the female singer had used her chest voice, like a beltier register, as opposed to her head voice, her lighter register, when singing. I think that that would have been more effective for this style of song. So that was one thing that sort of disappointed me. But overall, I think it's good. I think this was a pretty solid hit here. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like or a comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos just like this. I have been reacting to several of the Montesong entries, so there will definitely be more of me to come for sure. You can also check out our website, www.thateurovisionsite.com, for the latest news in the Eurovision family of events. We do editorials, we do series, we do monthly roundups of all the music from the Eurovision family of artists. Shout out to Angus, who puts together the roundups every month. And the website is on social media. You can find us at That Euro Site on Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok. All the things. We also have a podcast that you can find at That Euro Podcast on all of those same socials, and you can listen to that podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, really wherever you like to listen. You name it, we're there. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye!